Yeah, I couldn't. What's that?
One and done.
There's nobody signed in.
That's right. Yeah, who's the one who we want?
He's expected, yeah, and
Who's the kid I like? Who's the kid from LSU? Well, what next week's somebody has to be diving somewhere, so.
he is diving. Sure. Sure.
Probably know about it, but I haven't seen you.
As soon as Missy comes back from Atlantis. Should be this week, I would think. Maybe it was healing for her, I guess. I give her credit. I don't like to travel alone. Much rather travel with people.
Charles, getting your lights.
Okay, very good.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Northampton County General Purpose Authority meeting of February 4th, 2020. Mark, could you please take roll?
Sure. Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Mr. Derdinger?
Present by phone.
Mr. Pintbone? Absent. Mr. Kraft? Excused. Ms. Vargo Hefner?
Here.
Mr. Donchez?
Here.
Ms. Baum is expected.
Everybody should have got a copy of the meeting minutes for January 7th.
Okay,
He
Peg.
may want to mute his phone when he's not talking.
Say
Char-
what?
Charles, could you please mute your phone? Mute your phone when you're not talking.
You got it.
Thanks. All right, everybody got a copy of the minutes for the January 7th meeting. I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Any questions on that motion?
No.
All right, second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ron. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. Motion carries.
Morning, yeah.
Public comment. See nobody signed in for public comment. We'll move on to Treasurer's report.
Morning. You have the report in front of you for initially on the first page there. We show it as of December 31st, 2019, and you'll see the General Purpose Authority balance sheet. We have total assets of $1,626,000 and change. liabilities of 426, 411, and that gives us our beginning fund balance was $1,280,051.25. We showed a net loss of $80,408 through the period, and our ending fund balance is $1,119,624. If you go to the budget versus the actual on the GPA administration account, you'll see for third column over our actual for the month of January, we just show net revenues at this point at $321.90. Total expenditures of $5,930. So we do show a deficit for the first month of $5,608. And you can see that the audit services and liability insurance were the two items that came in January that we paid. And the capital budget account, as you can see, as of January 1st on page 41 there on the top, we show total revenues of $97,010.47, expenditures at $95,694.47, and that shows right now a positive balance of $1,316, and that's always a wash account, as we know, every month. Any questions? You do see the budget always. This is a good format. The first column there does show our original budget. Then the budget as the year goes on will show a percentage of that. So this is a good capture of how we're going to try to track budget throughout the rest of the year as well.
Okay. All right, thank you, Ron. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Lori. Second?
Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Ann. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
Aye.
carries. All right. 4.2, invoices for payment. Want to go over those, Mark, or
Yeah.
please?
Just some legal bills from King Spry and Watt Teeter. The King Spry bills total $5,433.45. And the Watt Teeter bills are a total of $48,921.14 for a total of $54,354.59.
And there's documentation attached behind that, substantiating that. Everybody have a chance to review that? Okay. Need a motion to approve the payment of invoices?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Ron. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Lori. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion
Aye.
carries. And then 4.3 is the information only. That's invoices paid to date. Is that correct, Mark?
Correct.
Okay.
The invoices paid to date for this year. So, like, we started a new year, so,
A calendar year.
right.
Right. Okay.
I have a question. The Alliant Boynton, that's a one and done payment, yes, or is that quarterly or?
That's a one and done.
Yeah, that's the
We,
insurance.
yes, we used to have a third-party manager that we would pay quarterly. We won't have that anymore under this new insurance, so that's an annual expense, and we're done.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, there's no action needed on that. Bridge project. Greg, morning, Greg.
Does everybody have a copy of the status report? Okay, spreadsheet too? Good morning.
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 So I'll go through my status report. Regarding DEP permits, bridges 146 and 210 were submitted to DEP on December 23rd. I didn't have that in my report, so I added that in here. And the last bullet I updated as well too. Technical comments were received from DEP on January 22nd and were resubmitted back to DEP on January 31st. Regarding utilities, Verizon has completed the pole relocations on the 2020 bridges. Notably, Bridge 76 was the last one where they had a wire attached to a tree, and that's been relocated. Med-Ed's been given clearance by Krieger to start the relocations of Bridges 54 and 138, The Krieger's been coordinating with the utility companies for both these bridges, and all the tree trimming has been completed at both the bridges. On Bridge 124, Allen Township sent a letter on January 17th noting that a third lane will not be required on the bridge. And it looks like that'll be talked later in the agenda. Construction update. So we got a few more bridges under construction. You'll see on the spreadsheet that I added. Bridge 143 is ongoing right now. The stone parapets have been removed, pumping the water under span 3. Temporary haul roads were established. Liners completed under span 3, and the concrete pour has begun for the Moen slab above the arch. Bridge 63, that's the same as it was previously. Work won't be resuming until after the stream restriction on April 1st per the Fish and Boat Commission. So the 3 bridges that have started since we last spoke is bridges 188, 224, and 207. Bridge 188 was closed on January 13th. The concrete leveling pours have been completed. The footers were placed on January 22nd, and the arches were placed as well. On Bridge 224, the bridge was closed on January 20th. Concrete leveling pours have been completed. Precast footers were placed on January 31st, and the arch is tentatively scheduled for this Wednesday. On Bridge 207, advanced warning signs were placed on January 13th. Construction began on January 27th, and the expected delivery of the box is on February 17th.
Greg, can we just go back to 224?
Sure.
Have the footers been in place?
Yes.
On the 31st, they were?
Yes.
They were to be, but they were in place.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
They were placed. Correct.
Replaced,
Yep.
thanks.
Bridge 215, the site has been cleared. E&S controls have been in place, and construction is anticipated to begin around March 2nd. Bridge 119, the site has been cleared. E&S controls have been placed, and construction is anticipated to begin on March 2nd as well. On Bridge 54, as I noted before, the tree trimming is complete, and MEDA has been contacted to begin their temporary utility relocations. Excavation is preliminary to start around April 1st. Same on Bridge 138 is 54, tree trimming is complete, and MEDA has been contacted to begin their utility relocations. Bridge 76, the trees have been cleared, and ES controls have been placed at the site. And I'll let you know where these bridges are. I have it listed on the spreadsheet. Bridge 188, it's on Dogwood Drive in Lehigh Township. Bridge 224 is on Fox Road in Upper Nazareth Township. And Bridge 207 is on Getz Road in Plainfield Township. The weather's cooperating. Construction's been going very well. I've had guys out at the site, and everything's been moving as planned. Lastly, there's been no updates on the punch list items. And the last thing that I have is late last week, a payment request was made to me by Krieger, which is currently under review by the Special Construction Council. Any questions?
Just, I think that for us, the next 3 bridges will be March 2nd.
Correct.
215, 119, and 54.
Correct.
Okay, good. Good to see progress.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Greg?
That's it.
Any other questions for Greg? All right, thank you for the update.
Thanks.
Next item on the agenda is we have a resolution 2020-01, and that is to rescind the P3 change order number 3.
Yes, in your packets, we have a resolution, forgive me, I forget the date. We received a letter recently from East Allen Township rescinding their request for the bridge, or I'm sorry, from Allen Township on January 17th. Originally, we were going to add a 3rd lane to the bridge. The township is no longer interested in that, and they want to proceed as the bridge was originally designed as a 2-lane bridge. So we are rescinding the change order number 3 that was passed last year, I believe around in the June meeting, June timeframe.
Yeah, June 4th. All right. So I need a motion then to approve the resolution.
So moved.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Charles. Charles has to get in the minutes. Sorry, Charles. I'll second that motion. Any questions on that motion?
No, it seems like a no-brainer.
All right.
Back
No
to the
questions?
beginning,
All in favor,
correct?
say aye.
Aye.
All right. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Can I go back to Greg? I know I'm like out of order.
Sure. Sorry.
Can I ask questions? I'm sorry. You know, these 8:30 meetings or the 8, I'm not as quick as I could be. So we have, from my count, 8 bridges that are currently actively under construction, correct?
Yes,
Like,
if you include the 3 that have the punch list, yeah, because there's 5 plus those 3.
do we have any tentative timeline on when they may be completed?
Which ones? All of them?
Well, of the 8?
I don't, but we could. I mean, Krieger's here if you like.
Sure,
to ask.
just to get a sense, because I know that we're sort of behind, I kind of want to see how we're progressing, if that's possible. Because people will come and ask us the questions later, so we might as well have the answers.
Bill Granza, Krieger Construction Project Manager.
Morning, Bill.
Good morning. The bridges that are under construction right now, the ones that have already had the footings placed and the arches are going in, those should be completed, I would say, probably within a month. All right. Most of them that have been touched and the stream restrictions are not affecting the project, they'll be finished, I would say, probably in 2 months. We already have the paving crews lined up. The paving crews, I believe, are scheduled to be out there preliminary to set the roadways, the gravel, and start looking at it this week. You know, so things are progressing very well in that position. All of the bridges for the 2020 season projecting to complete by let's say the end of October, before the winter season kicks in by the end of this year.
So you're saying by the end of, or by October, we
End of
should be
October.
on point where we should have been with all the bridges prior to this date being completed?
Yeah, I think there's about 11 that we're touching this year.
Okay,
All right, that includes 63 and 143 that are carried over from last year.
okay,
All right, 63 will restart on 6/1 after the stream restriction.
right.
143, there's so many of them, the dates, I just don't recall. All right, but by the end of this year, they'll all be done.
And that leaves 7 left in the contract then, after that, from this status, not including these?
Is it 7?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the update. Next item is the Watt-Teeter mediator recommendation. John, do you want to do anything with that, or Mark?
Yes. As you can see, I think, there we go. Yeah, the recommendation was actually one that I had found independently from Watt Teeter, and we both had the same individual in mind. Notwithstanding what seems to be an inordinate hourly, I was assured by
Maybe he'd be efficient and get it done in
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's what I was told. I was assured by Special Construction Counsel that he is very judicious with his billing, and that he is within the market for this kind of service at this level. So I'd have to recommend him.
Okay, what action do you need from us? Just,
I think if you want to have a motion to hire him, that's fine. I didn't bring his name along.
Howard Venzi?
Howard Venzi, right, yes, from the Warshore Group,
picture?
yes. I think a simple motion to engage Howard Venzi at the at the rate proposed.
And that rate would
as a
be
median.
split between the parties?
Yes, yes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion is that we're going to engage Howard Venzi as a recommended mediator at his hourly rate. Okay. Any questions on the motion?
I guess, are there any parameters that we can put around it since his hourly rate is so high?
Through the arbitration process?
I don't know, I mean, just,
I'll defer, John, I'm not sure about,
probably not, right?
no, probably not with an arbitrator.
Well, there's been some suggestion that we might want to maintain him as a permanent arbitrator, but in my discussion with Special Construction Counsel, I think we both agreed that we'll see how these first mediations go that are limited to specific, I think 4 specific issues. If it turns out that we're not satisfied or we feel it's too expensive, then we can revisit that.
And get another arbitrator to arbitrate with the arbitrator.
And get it cheaper. Yeah, exactly.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, you know how it works, right?
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on the motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you. You have your PA ethics statement of financial interest, 6.0. You can also do it online. I know Sarah sent the link out already. Okay, and due date on that reminder is May 1st. Okay. New business staff report, Mark?
Yeah, just one update on the Glendon Hotel. So I've been in touch with our engineers, and they gave me a $2,600 estimate to go into this next phase, which would be filing our zoning application, which we expect to get denied, and then taking it through a zoning hearing board process. And that will basically be the borough signing off on our 5-unit design, because we're only working with the one parcel. We couldn't get an agreement from the other property owner. The only other thing that would be outside of that $2,600 cost would be we will need some legal representation to go through the zoning hearing board process. It is a quasi-judicial process. You don't, like, if you don't like the answer you get, it's kind of like a one and done. Then you'd be in the court system afterwards if you're appealing that decision. So typical protocol is to have legal representation associated with that. And I believe our solicitor's firm can.
You feel like hanging out in Glendon for a night?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want to hang out in Glendon for a night and take care of this for us?
So not at the hotel.
No.
All right, Mark, I want to understand this. The cost is $2,600 for a zoning application.
It's not just the zoning application. So I want to say the application itself is probably in the range of $50.
Okay.
And then the appeal is $500. But these are the costs associated with the engineer's time to prepare things and take us through that process.
So if by chance we wouldn't get denied, even though that's the expectation, then some of these costs would come.
Yes, a lot of that would go away.
But if it is denied, then there's more cost incurred when we go to the hearing.
We're, based on what we're submitting, we're almost guaranteed to have to go get a variance through the zoning hearing board. There's no way to make the design work without requesting some variances.
Okay, some variance.
And we wouldn't request the variance at the first meeting, that's just not there.
You can't, no, you have to apply based on the existing zoning, you get denied, and then you can request the variance.
My favorite question is always time, like,
I think,
because I guess the reason I'm nervous about this is those little pieces of windows and things are hanging in the balance.
I anticipate, if we give them the go-ahead, they could have the zoning application submitted within a week. It would probably take them maybe another week to process it and deny it, and then it's just a matter of time to schedule the zoning hearing board meeting. With a smaller municipality like this that doesn't do this thing very often, they're not getting a whole lot of zoning applications, and it's probably been a couple of years since their zoning hearing board has met. Like that could be part of the challenge. So, but I would think hopefully by the end of February, beginning of March, we should be getting close to having a decision from the zoning hearing board.
Ron, is this budgeted, anything for, I don't think anything for the project itself is budgeted. Is that-
No, we didn't put anything in. We didn't know what it was.
Not
Right, but we can support, our budget can support.
actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could actually update the budget as we go through the year, which
Well, yeah, I
is
know.
appropriate. We want to do that if we see it.
Which
So-
way this is going. Got it.
I'm just looking in our budget if we have anything. This would come out of pooled professional services, and we have $120,000 budgeted in there this year.
But don't the lawyer's fees also come out of that? I hope this mediator talks fast. No, I'm kidding.
So
Well, he's a lawyer. They don't.
I think just to be safe, it would be good to get a motion to.
Yeah, I'm just, to motion to approve about 2,600, or what should we? look
Yeah,
for?
yeah. Cost, well, I think you'd also want to include the legal.
Should we do something not to exceed, or what's appropriate?
Yeah, I think,
So what's the 2,600 includes the legal?
or I think you could approve going into this phase and not necessarily set a dollar amount. I mean, I don't anticipate the legal service, this to be a ton of time. You might be. So.
Okay, so the next phase is the zoning application and the zoning hearing.
Right, and once we have that, we'll know whether or not the borough's interested in working with us
Got it.
on a project.
Okay, got it. I mean, I think it's worth the investment. See where we're at on that. All right, I'll make a motion that we enter the next phase of the Glendon Hotel with the zoning application, and then if needed, the zoning hearing for the variance after that. Okay? All right, second?
Second.
Thank you, Ann. All's in favor, or, sorry, any questions on the motion? Seeing none, all's in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Anything else, Mark? No? Anything else? Yes? All right. Next meeting is Tuesday, March 3rd at 8:15 here in the chambers. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
Nicely done.
I know, it's like a little, Bitmoji or something.
Yeah. That's pretty good, I tell you.
Avatar.